Okay.
I'm just going to remove that. Right. With TikTok videos there. Why isn't that not gone? Now, Orla. Don't you appreciate all the work that Paul does?
Who sends over everything to him? We'd be in some mess tonight if I hadn't have been sending over stuff.
Who gets it all out?
Paul just has to press a thing to download.
Nah, I think he does.
Don't give him too much credit.
Hang on now. I have no idea what this is. I'm just going to click it. It says TikTok and add to stage. So whatever happens, happens.
Right. Okay.
No, it's the same one. That's okay.
Right.
That is studio, right? So comments. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah. So Chris. Yeah. Sorry. No, that's my bad, Chris. The I put it out on the wrong channel. As opposed to the Irish column. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. I'll put up some more comments. It's funny you can't see the do you not have a login to the studio?
No? Yeah, Chris Bourne's comment is after coming up there now.
Yeah. There we go. We're gonna have to behave like Spanish left did before the Civil War, unfortunately. Yeah, very true. Very true. The elite are running scared, the unalive Charlie Kirk, and look at the AfD politicians in Germany that unalive suddenly just before elections as well. Yeah, that's very, very, very strange.
Were murdered.
Yeah. Charlie's great debating with the kids nowhere to go, college campuses where they're being radicalized. Yeah, he went into the Lion's Den. He went into the Lion's Den respectfully and just said, debate me. And if you saw some of the lunatics that he interacted with, he never got mad. He never he listened to what they had to say and then he debated them back.
But you see the video, I thought I'd actually sent it on. Let me just check at the college campus.
Yeah, everything else is you do something for Rings End, Jamla event, the anti-Quarks flag one, and then Sweden unemployment rate in Ireland. I should have TikTok open there now.
Did I send it actually over? No, maybe I didn't. It was the college campus one. Do you know where they were all? The lovely music was in the background and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, they were all standing. Yeah, they were just. It was.
And I thought that was lovely. That was really nice, and that was a college campus.
A proper vigil. Bad things happen to the left, or so they claim, and they burn cities down.
Yes.
Bad things happen to the right, and they hold a peaceful, respectful vigil. Yeah. It's just the. It's just the difference in people. Yeah, there's a lot of youngsters, Christine. I got the same. I hadn't heard it had happened, and it was actually my 16-year-old son that texted me and said, "Dad, you're not going to believe this, to kill Charlie Kirk." Same thing. He was adored by youngsters because they liked the conversation, they liked the debate, and they liked having a laugh at the creatures that he was debating against a lot of the time. His Oxford one was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. You owe me a fry up from the 16th of July. And Jesus, you have a long memory. I get you some other time.
Yeah. Bit of a wait there, Dal.
See what else is there, right? So I have TikTok open now, so these links should. Did you send them in order? You wanted them played?
The Charlie Kirk were in order, and I just grouped them together.
Right. So
because I just sent over a couple of ones because I didn't know if Paul had separate ones, and then there's Anthony's one as well.
Keep talking, Orla.
Oh, any news with you? No.
Life is busy. Life is busy. Yeah, my TikTok isn't logged in. Why isn't my TikTok logged in?
I don't know.
All right. We'll wait. We'll just
videos wait actually over on TikTok, I have to say.
Yeah, we'll wait till Paul comes back to do the TikTok.
Well, do you know what? We'll just go with the videos that are already just plain videos.
Yeah, I've played them all. Everything else is a link. You've just sent links.
No.
Hang on. Oh, Andy Quark's on. Yeah, 1 second now.
Yeah.
do that.
And then there's Employment Rate and the Sweden. They're just plain videos because I downloaded them.
And apologies for the lack of professionalism tonight, guys. Paul Fitzsimons really does run the show, despite what Orla says.
Excuse me. I'm the boss.
This is actually very good. I saw this earlier on today.
Which one is this now?
I'm going to surprise you.
Okay.
Did Andy put that out himself, did he?
Yes. Well, I'm assuming so. It was up on his page. I love the music of it. As I said to you guys earlier on, I said, what a sight. And I said, the flags aren't bad either.
No comment. No comment. No comment. No comment.
Paul's not here to slag me.
Have you found just on your own networks and your own social media, have you felt the
sorry, just go back
change
there a second. Which social media? I do that many accounts. Which one?
in general, have you felt the change in anger in relation to there was always going to be a catalyst to set a series of events off in motion? Do you think this is it? Do you think the assassination of Charlie Kirk is what, like, globally it's massive? It truly is a shot that rang out across the world.
Okay, I can't say I've noticed much difference through my Facebook. No, TikTok I've seen, like, literally, like, you know, when you're just scrolling, nearly every second video is up on Charlie Kirk, and them all, or Charlie Kirk, and they're all given out. And we see, I'm not on X. Well, sorry, I do have an account on X, but I don't be on X unless I have to get a new story, and then I'm back off it again. So I can't say about it. But definitely there's a huge amount of, we'll say, videos and people talking about it on TikTok. And again, what I'm seeing is them all giving out about the left and their attitude and everything like that. What have you noticed on X?
This
Right, okay.
So they're finally getting a taste of their own medicine, which is absolutely fantastic, because as well, you know, it's a wonderful leftist tactic to go after somebody's employment. So I am absolutely delighted, because we're at war. Nothing's off the table, people. We are at war. These people need a taste of their own visit. There's actually a great taste of their own medicine. There's a great video of people reacting online to them losing their job, lefties. Like, it's very, very funny, hilarious. Hi, Fergus, how are you? If cider on the bread. Good evening, Martin Orla, and everyone in the chat. Luke McFlanagan. Yeah, he's some fucking piece of work. Like, same guy who chose not to go to prison for paying his TV license, who had swastikas up in his room, who again, who votes for these people? Who votes for these people? Yeah.
But you know, there was one there, an author as well. She was a lefty and she was saying horrible stuff, and her book got cancelled. So it did, because of what she was saying. Can't think of her name, but I seen it up on Facebook. My issue there, Ferg, is I have no Bulmers. So
looking for comments there. I've got another video now in a second. I'm just going through the comments.
The comments, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that briefly. Charlie never said anything that was untrue. The left couldn't face facts. This is true. That was his thing. It was debate me, prove me wrong, prove me wrong. That's what he used to say. What else have we got here in the comments? That's about it. Quite nice.
You see, most of there would say logic is screaming and roaring and shouting and cursing. You know, that's what a lot of theirs is, and insults. You know, I mean, you can have a debate.
No. There is a cohort of Antifa all around the globe, but especially in this country, that are extremely unhinged, extremely violent, and extremely dangerous individuals. Make no mistake, you can laugh at the blue-haired people barking, etc., but you have to remember there's money behind them, and with money comes bad people, and there are bad people in Antifa. Don't ever underestimate them. Don't ever underestimate them. And if they physically come after you, you put them down, because they are going to put you down. They're not these nice, friendly rainbow warrior people at all. They're absolute degenerate scum of the earth. So be careful. Be careful. And don't give them an inch. Don't ever give them an inch. They come in your space, put them down. Simple as that. You just put them down. So I'm just going to download the next video there. Where's did you send Anthony's video as a link, or did you send it as
no? Anthony's is I can see if I can download it, but just throw up one of the ones in the meantime. I'll just see if you can download it.
If you can download it, do please.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with this one.
And then John Malloy's one as well. That's another. Yeah. That's for Wednesday, and that's another video.
Yeah, I'm putting up John's one now.
And Rings End is another video.
Yeah, what's that about? I didn't see. I haven't been on social media.
Oh, that's a lovely one for you to watch.
Is it? Okay.
Oh yes, what they're up to. Yes.
Right. We'll do John's one first. So reminder to everybody.
For this, for Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday the 17th. Book your days, holidays. Get your day off work. Get to Dublin. Going to meet in the GPO. Gather there, orderly, quiet, respectful. As far as I know, it is a silent march to Kildare Street. And that's it. So just be there, and it's important.
Hopefully a good crowd shows up.
Yeah, it's important that the supposed government of Ireland, because they're not actually the government of Ireland, it's important that these people see our unhappiness. It's very, very, very important that there's a huge portion of the country that are very, very unhappy with how things are being done. And it's your duty, it's your moral duty and responsibility to ensure these people feel your unhappiness and discomfort. Okay, we'll do this video.
This is downloading from Anthony, so that's grand.
Cool. Just send it on to me in the WhatsApp. I can pull the video. Yeah, I can pull the video straight away from WhatsApp. It's just when they're links.
We can leave them for Paul when he comes in afterwards.
Paul isn't going to come in now. He sees there.
Unless he's been kidnapped. He could be kidnapped.
I was talking to him. He hasn't been kidnapped. He's sitting there pissing himself laughing. I'll show them all the work I do. I'll show that Orla one. I'll show her. She thinks
I said to him on the phone, I said, you're darn lucky I have stuff sent over. Because you'd be sitting there going, Martin, oh God, what am I going to do?
The history of Ireland is a history of oppression, the struggle of the people against it. A history of grasping landlords and conniving politicians who sought to deprive the people of their birthright. At regular times in Ireland's past, these grievances have boiled over. The ordinary people have reacted in the only way open to them, rebellion.
Oh, wrap the green flag round me, boys.
Oh, that's it. That ends rather abruptly, doesn't it?
Yeah, I actually got it from Ferg's account. He had it up, so.
Very good.
It's good.
Very
yeah,
good.
Anyway, look. Hopefully people can make a Wednesday.
Yeah, just make the effort. Make the effort, people. Okay. The political class need to know how unhappy we are. and we'll leave it at that. John, I don't know if you're watching tonight. I will give you a buzz after the show. I just had an extremely busy weekend at a wonderful family event and hadn't been to something in quite some time because I'm always gone somewhere, done something. Yeah, so it was nice just to turn the brain off and
Has to be done as well.
Yeah, do some family things. Let's go through some of the comments there again. Waterford City, well done, Waterford.
Oh, hey, Barry.
Have you any of the the youngsters, the teenagers, really dug Charlie Kirk, because he was very prominent on TikTok. Do you know, I actually met a man today down in Kerry. Great conversation. It is a concept I'm slightly familiar with, but not 100% familiar with. So I might make a hames of this when I am explaining it. But it's the idea of kind of sovereign citizenship, so to speak. It's not exactly that, but it's about basically sending back your birth cert, your passport, disconnecting from the Vatican, disconnecting from the state, and you just being a man or a woman. Fantastic stuff. I'm going to get an invite to one of the meetings, and I'm going to go and have a listen and see what I can learn. But absolutely, you know, we talk about building the separate society.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fantastic concept. Absolutely, just give it all back to the state. Not you. You don't own me. I'm not part of your corporation. I'm not. I won't be summoned. I won't be anything. Just I'm just a man, and I'm over here. Leave me alone. It's great concept. When you travel around the country, you meet so many different people with so many different ideas and so many different outlooks. And if you could actually get all of them in a room together and just agree to pick out the most achievable concepts of all of this, you would have just an unstoppable juggernaut of an idea that you just wouldn't be able to stop it. It's very, very, very similar to what Éire Arís is trying to do with its council. So I'm going to big shout out to Éire Arís. Remember, voting is on the 21st if you are interested. There are now some candidates up on the actual website, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more added. Yeah, so there's faces and a little bit of bio of people who have said that they want the honour of standing for their people locally. So it's a fantastic idea. So big shout out to the people behind Éire Arís. I think you should just try and get it out there a bit more now. Like, share, just get it out there. At the end of the day, it's I didn't do that.
Is Mr. Fitzsimon's coming?
He shouldn't be able to do that without being in the studio. What is he? What is he doing?
I don't know.
I don't know why that changed.
He's going to start messing with us. That's why.
He's sitting there pissing himself laughing.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
What's his
but yeah, no, that's good. That's but look, that's good. Yeah, look, when Paul comes up later on, we get him to put back up the link anyway for it. But I do think if people want to put their names forward for this vote, they should. You know, because there is some people that don't feel comfortable doing it. You know, so the ones that want to do it should put themselves forward.
What is this? Sorry now.
What are you looking at?
Something different. Not for public consumption, I'm afraid. Apologies. I have a couple of different screens going here.
Right.
I'm not sure what happened there, why that changed. Let's see, can I change it back again?
No. Do you want to go back in and we'll just keep going with these videos till Paul comes in?
Yeah, 1 second now. That is strange. That is really, really weird, because all of the I actually uploaded just before the show because I didn't have an Irish column background, so I just cut the one that I'd uploaded.
Ireland Live, yeah.
Yeah, and not Ireland Live, no, of the Irish column. And he's coming here now. I can see his iPhone being connected. So Paul is working in the background to fix everything you broke, Orla.
I didn't touch anything, so
yeah. Is this? Yeah. I met Ming Rose a few years ago. Didn't know about the swastikas. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Ming's a dope. He's a fucking moron. He's sitting over in Brussels, fucking getting your tax money to grow fucking Canada. Anyway, I'm not wasting time on that. He's a
No,
nonce.
don't even bother.
Was there something? There was something there from. Did you send me something from?
Yeah, there's
Paul
two videos.
Murphy?
There's one on Sweden. There's one on the employment rate in Ireland. I came across this girl actually on TikTok called Maria Doyle, and I actually find her stuff brilliant, and it's short and sweet as well, straight to the point. She's very, very good.
Do you want to just do the Rings End one first?
Oh yes, yeah, you know that one, yeah.
1 second now. I just need to download it. 2 seconds.
So I'm not sure if this was today or yesterday, but it was up on Terry Kay's X. So this is the best one I've ever heard.
Okay.
Welcome for summer.
Hello, how are you? Sorry, can I wash my face?
Not a chance. No way. In your house?
Sorry,
Not at all.
because I'm a bit depressed.
Sorry, mate. Not here anyway.
He wanted to come in to wash his face.
Wash his face. Did you ever hear such an excuse? But like, how many houses did he go to? And what if an elderly person or somebody like that answered the door? You know, he could be using some sort of other excuse to get into the house. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. And yet we were told by our government that these people are of benefit to the country. Is there no water in the iPass centre?
Yeah. Home protection people. Make sure you have it. Talking about it for years.
I think
now.
they have cameras.
Yeah, cameras, protection, panic alarms, any form of deterrent you can legally get your hands on. Actually, at this stage, I don't care. Get yourself some illegal stuff. Get pepper spray. Do you know what? Fuck them all. Get whatever you need to fucking keep you and yours safe. Right? You have a constitutional right to protect yourself and your property. That's written in the Constitution. So you get whatever you need to make that happen. Let's put up a few more comments there.
Isn't that terrible? Like, see, Granny, the grandson said he just told the truth. Even a child can figure it out.
Yep, absolutely. Did you watch much of the protest in London yesterday? I was offline all day yesterday, so I didn't see any of it.
No, like no, because I spend so many hours a day having to do social media. Sometimes in the evening times, I just want to switch off.
Yeah, I was the same now. I was off grid all weekend. That's interesting. What's that? When you're sovereign, you can claim VAT back on literally everything except smoke. Well, technically, you don't have to pay. Yeah, you can claim VAT. You don't have to pay tax. I'm not sure about claiming the VAT back, but you don't. The guy I was talking to doesn't pay tax. He has set up a business using a private members club system or method and stuff like that. I'm not doing it justice. I need to spend more time with these people and get it more fleshed out. It was a long conversation, but still, a lot of it went over my head, because the amount of knowledge you need to do something like that. Yeah, the very interesting thing was getting released from the Vatican. And that really pricked my ears up. Not an easy thing to do, but that's where you have to start. Look, mind blowing stuff. But again, there's fantastic ideas in there, and you pick the best ideas, you mesh them into other people's ideas. Actually, speaking of ideas, here's a bit of a personal one for us, so to speak. I have seen through different and various WhatsApp groups. I didn't actually see it on any of the social media channels because I wasn't on them the weekend, but I saw it in WhatsApp groups. Has Michael Leahy of the IFP publicly stated that he will not speak at an event because he will not share a platform with Justin Barrett? That actually happened. That's real.
Yes.
This is now okay. So just so people know, I have the utmost respect, or had the utmost respect, for Michael Leahy. I always did. I bear the man no ill will. I also believe he was calling for unity talks and was setting up a new thing for unity and everybody to be invited and everybody gets a seat at the table, but he's already decided, well, this person is too dirty for me to
Yes, he put out a statement on X last night, and he put out a further statement this morning.
I would have to ask. I never make an opinion on anybody until, as I say, I've broken bread with them, so to speak. That I have to, for me to make an informed decision on somebody, I have to spend time with them. I have to speak to them face to face. Can't be just a passing in a protester, or I see him on YouTube or anything like that. I physically have to be close to a person. I have to look into their eyes. I have to shake their hand. I have to spend, a pint, or a bite to eat, or the term I use is to break bread with them. And the question I'd ask Michael Leahy: has he ever actually sat and conversed with Justin Barrett, had a conversation? Forget about the different political ideologies, etc., etc.
I would imagine Michael being in the game as long as he has, I'm assuming he has met Justin at some stage. Now, Justin's response, I saw that as well because somebody sent it on to me, and
I haven't seen that.
It was actually quite dignified, Justin's response back. Pretty much that he was very disappointed in Michael's attitude, and that he would have had no issue with standing on a stage with him. But to be totally honest with you, Martin, when I kind of saw it, I just thought, I feel like I'm back in school.
5-year-olds.
Yeah, it's getting kind of tiring now.
It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing. It's
now another row.
But are we not gone beyond this stage? As in, like, I know who at this stage, through my system of meeting people, who's genuine and who's not genuine. The not genuine people, I don't talk about in public. I don't say their name. I just don't. They don't exist as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to know what they're doing. I don't want to work with them. And if somebody asks me what person X is, and I know that they're an asshole, I'm just going to say they're an asshole. And they're not to be trusted, and they're devious, or they're in it for their own benefit and whatever, etc. Look, like I said, I'm not concerned what people think of Justin's politics, because I know for a fact I've looked into it. There is actually some stuff I can pull out there from the concepts of National Socialism that are actually good, that do actually work. Now, am I going to go full National Socialist? Absolutely not. Why? Because I don't want to go full anything. I want to take the best ideas out of everything. But for somebody who is claiming to espouse unity, then to come out and say, I'm not going to share a stage with, like, they're not even being asked to speak together. They're not being asked to sit down together. He's saying that I won't stand on the same ground as this man is standing and address an audience. Anybody who's passing messages on to Michael or anything like that, you just say Martin Murphy thinks this was a very, very, very poor decision, and to do it publicly is
well. I did
suicide.
I briefly looked through some of the comments, and that was being said to him. I just think, like, where are the days where people can have a conversation privately without putting everything up on social media? I, for one, am just sick to death of it. It's like you're living in a...
Well, I don't know what happened there. Paul is messing again, I think. Yeah, no, go back. There we go.
It's like an episode of Mean Girls. It's like there's a couple of people I had questions about, shall we say. I'm not getting into any names or like that. And I wasn't happy with a couple of things. I messaged them privately. I didn't put anything up on social media or anything like that. I messaged them privately, right? Because I said, I'm not doing that. But it's like every day there's some new drama. And it's no wonder that people are just so fed up with what's going on. Like, if Michael didn't want to be on the same platform as Justin, that's fine. That's his choice. But why didn't he just make an excuse that he wasn't able to come? Why put it up? This is now another row. You know,
It's I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And like I said, nobody's asking anybody to sit in a room to
it's tiring, Martin. We're all tired. Do you know what I mean? It's just every day there's something else.
yeah. And you see, it's more poignant because we're having a conversation about free speech. Charlie Kirk was a prominent
Yes.
proponent for free speech, and he was assassinated, murdered for that. And everybody is entitled to their opinion. They're allowed to you're allowed to have differing opinions. There's no problem with that. You're allowed to encourage others to follow your beliefs. That's fine. The problem is when it does harm. So like I said, the lefty can be a lefty all they want, but if they are putting harmful ideology into like trans nonsense into the schools, then there's a problem because you're affecting the development of my child. Therefore you're causing harm. Like Justin's rhetoric has always been, I bear the African no ill will in Africa. I bear the Middle Eastern no ill will in Middle Eastern. I want them to be successful in their own countries, just not in mine. You know what I mean? And he's a very passionate Irishman. I don't understand it. That Michael Leahy has decided to go down the route of, in the sense he's censoring himself to spite another man. Is it, or to? I'm not sure.
I don't know why he did it. I just don't know why he just didn't make an excuse. You know, because this again is another argument.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
there'll be some people who would agree with Michael. There'll be others who won't. But again, it's another fight in the movement, and I think we're all getting very tired of it right now.
No more videos. My WhatsApp just crashed. Oh no. Hang on, let's put it back. Somebody sent me a link there, and I was trying to see what it was.
Don't open it and don't touch anything.
It was actually from Anthony. I just wanted to see. He sent me some videos to play.
I have that one downloaded, but again, you need to open the WhatsApp. So you need to get that. You need to get that back up again.
What do I need to get back up again?
Open the WhatsApp. You said it crashed.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that.
Right. Okay. Once we've that going, we're okay for the time being.
Right, next video. What did Anthony send me? It's possibly his own video that I will play.
Yeah, I sent you on his video. It's the one that's 53 seconds. That's the one I sent.
He sent me a couple in there, so I'm gonna download them all. Save as.
Okay.
Save. Jesus, Paul works so hard, and you give him such stick. This is time consuming. This is difficult. This is taking up a lot of.
But see, for him, it'll be quick because he'll know what he's at. This is your first time doing it, Martin.
It isn't really. I've done this before. I just like having a little whinge about things.
Oh, typical man.
woe is me and all that.
Yeah, I know.
I was waiting for it. Somebody picked up on my innuendo. Well done, Sarah Malone.
Thanks, Sarah. I thought you were supposed to be on my side. Oh my God. Right. All I need now is Ferg and Kevin Coyle in the comments.
Who's giving that at me? Well,
it's a good thing I have a sense of humour.
No, you don't.
Martin is really important.
Orla. Well, Orla off screen is actually a complete and utter diva. She makes us She makes us take all the blue Smarties out of the. She won't eat blue Smarties, blue Skittle, anything like that. No, all the blue ones have to be taken out. Yeah, demands some weird water from the Alps. Yeah, she can't be making her.
That's Paul. That's Paul.
Her makeup people are always in tears. You know what I mean? It's fucking unbelievable. Like, yeah, unbelievable. All right, let's do this video. So, video.
So you get brave, Martin, because we're on screen. Wait till I see you Wednesday, and then there'll be a whole different story.
Good afternoon, everybody. On this Sunday, the 14th of September, I'm here at the House of Prayer in Achill where my nana, Margaret Casey, used to run buses from Dublin every weekend for years. I was glad to hear that someone knew her when I went in. But this is where I've come this weekend to pay homage to Charlie Kirk and everything he did for the Christian world. His bravery, what he stood for all of us. He stood for the family, he stood for the right of life, he stood for Christianity in these dark times. So my prayers for Charlie Kirk in this day are here in Achill at the House of Prayer. And I hope, and I'm heartened to see many around the world do the same in their cities. Díl a Éireann, God be with Ireland, God be with the world. Amen.
I'm just laughing. That's actually true with what Sarah said there. Oh, I miss Paul reading the comments and realising what's been said halfway through. But then he realises, oh no.
No. If you see me pausing, it's because
Yes,
I'm reading
Christine,
everything.
the wooden spoon is coming with me on Wednesday.
This is true. From now on, any nationalist blackening another nationalist in my eyes is not a patriot, but a whimsical fame hunter. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Absolutely, 100%. And also, you those that crave leadership, you should always question, their background, their morals, why they're doing it. Those who like the attention and stuff like that. This is why I support Anthony Casey, because we put him in the position he is. That was a decision that was made by us in the old days, as in who is the best face to bring this movement forward. And just us as our group, we said, well, Anthony, we think it's you. And it was a collective agreement, and he's carried the burden of that. You know what I mean? And it is a burden, because he gets all the heat, he gets all the crap, he gets way more death threats, he gets way more hassle in the media. It's not easy, but he carries himself with courage and humility at all times. But it's not easy. I've seen the toll it takes mentally, physically, emotionally. Or I've seen the loss and the disruption to personal life and stuff like that. And it's not an easy thing to do, and it's not an easy road to take. But like I said, he does it with courage and humility and deserves great respect for that. You don't have to like him, you don't have to side him, you don't have to anything, but I know as a matter of fact, he carries his burden with courage and humility. And that's all I need in a man. That's it. I have another video there to put up in a second. I need to remove this one from the studio. It's linked to the same one. It's just in the church, as far as I believe.
Okay. That's the only one I have of him.
It's a nice video.
It is.
Yeah, I think the Charlie Kirk thing is going to be a massive. Like I said, it's a shot that was heard all around the world, and I've heard all the conspiracy theories and all the different stuff. Oh, he's not dead, and it's AI, and this, that, and the other. And I actually personally believe, we always talk about psyops. I think the psyop is actually making us think it's a psyop. It's making us doubt absolutely everything, to the point that we're driven insane. We become conspiracy theorists, so to speak, because we can't believe what we see and hear with our own eyes. You know what I mean? We're taking, like, since COVID, I don't believe in. I'm very distrusting of pretty much everything. I had a debate, or not a debate, but a conversation with a medical professional who actually, sorry, when I'm talking about medical professionals, big shout out to the far right mammy. She knows what I mean, but I won't say anything, I promise. just hello, Emer. And if anybody has some nice positive energy, just send it that direction. Send it to the far right mammy. But this person wanted me to go for tests because, we've genetic history of X, Y, and Z in the family kind of thing. And, would you not just get tested and would you not, so you'll know. And I was like, well, why would I want to know? And well, so you can get treatment. I was there. You do realize I want to, if possible, I will never go near a medical practitioner again in this country or in any other country, if at all possible. I don't want pharmaceutical drugs. I don't want, fucking, if there's bits of me hanging out and there's a bit of morphine going, yeah, sure, look, I'll take a shot of that. That's grand. But outside of that, nah, just whatever happens, happens. I'm not doing this. I'm not playing that game. I'm not doing protocols. I'm not doing, no. Just absolutely 100% done with it all. And the reason is because they lied, and 90% of the population believed it, and huge amounts of people are now injured. Some of my own family members are injured from the poison that they put into people. So if I can get through the rest of my life without needing any of those people, yeah. So that pretty much means, if you find me unconscious on the side of the road, just leave me there. I'll be grand.
I'll move you into the ditch.
I wouldn't even bother. I'd probably make really interesting looking roadkill. Do you do that? You love animals? When I see dead animals in the road, I always go, poor Mr. Fox or poor Mr. Badger. Or
well, obviously it's not nice to see them, but I think, it's like the cycle of life. The boards and all that will come down and, have their dinner, shall we say, in a nice way.
Yeah.
It is the circle of life.
Yeah, Christine is 100% right in that. They want us to not to believe our eyes, doubting everything. But that's it.
Yeah.
And you see what happens then is people on our side will have 3 or 4 different opinions as well, and everybody get really dug in on their opinion. You know what I mean? Like, it was the Jews, or more than likely it was. But people will say that, oh no, it was AI. Oh no, he's not dead. Oh, he wasn't real to begin with, and he was an actor. Just look.
I know.
It's hard to keep track of, and anybody who thinks they know all the answers is a liar, because none of us do. We're just trying our best to meander and feel our way through what mess has been created for us. Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, the excess deaths. Yeah, I've been talking with them on Facebook and TikTok, just trying to find out what's going on. But
yeah, the man I was talking to,
a lot of it goes over people's heads.
Yeah, he was up north talking to some nurses who had been awakened. This is the guy I was talking to today.
Oh, okay.
It's very interesting. I can't tell you his name because he doesn't have a last name.
Oh, right. Okay.
Anyone listening knows what that's about. Stick it in the comments. But he was saying that the nurses up in the NHS in the north, had been questioning the doctors when they kind of got awake and stuff like that. The doctors turned around and said, "Just leave that alone. Just leave it alone. Don't go digging. Don't go looking." Yeah, they know. They all know.
There is some of them starting to wake up to what's going on. I mean, you don't want to be blind not to see what's happening. And they're in the thick of it. I mean, if they can't figure it out by now, there's something seriously wrong.
Yeah, that's true about the medical system. Yeah.
Over the 100 years ago, yeah.
There is a wonderful natural cures and remedies for anybody who isn't a member of Shin Nadina. You can join Shin Nadina. There's natural herbs and remedies group, and the stuff in there is absolutely fantastic. It's unbelievable. The knowledge that's in that group is absolutely.
But there's other things. That there's reflexology, there's acupuncture, there's homeopathy. It's different options. I'm a great believer in alternative medicine anyway.
Adolf posts a lot, so he deserves a shout out there. That's actually a good comment. So keep going there. Poison, yeah. Oh yeah. How did that go? Anybody who was at Cashel? Unfortunately, I had something on.
Oh, is that where it was Luke O'Neill there?
Yeah, Dr. Death, yeah.
No, that's Tony Houlihan, but you can call him that. I would like. Just wonder how his shares and Pfizer's going.
Just anyway,
it's a wonder he has time to write a book because he's so busy counting his money.
Yeah, they're pretty. I don't want to talk about these people. Look, they're
Imagine
going to
people
get
going out
theirs.
buying their books. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just after everything they've done, especially Tony Houlihan, between the cervical scandal and everything. You think people are cop on, do you know, that he can't be trusted?
I have another video to play. I'm going to bang this one up there.
Okay, which one is it?
Anthony sent me this one. So
All
it
right.
is about it's just a screenshot of the national protest in Cork, 11th of October. That's the one that
1 p.m.
that Michael Leahy said he won't speak at because Justin Barrett is speaking at it. I really look forward to Justin's speech because there's one thing I'll say about that man. I have never seen him not give a good speech. So he's
There's
fantastic.
good speakers there. Yeah, Barry Stone's there. Aaron's going to be there, which is great.
Yeah. So Michael Leahy is crossed off that list. Bad mistake, unfortunately. But look,
Jake Fitzsimons might be speaking now because I just gave his number over, so he might be speaking. So, it's good to see the new kids on the block, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, I have a ton of. I believe they have a meeting in Galway soon, and they have a meeting in Cork soon. So we exchange numbers, and I'm going to try and make some time to go out and listen to what's said. He had a very interesting ID card that I won't go into, but it serves as everything. It's your passport, your everything is in, the state asks you who you are. That's who. I wouldn't be doing it justice if I didn't get more information on it. But just fantastic. And originally when he was talking, I thought it was the IRB concept, but this is completely different. This is completely outside of the box. And his understanding of the court system. This guy made a district court judge run out of the courtroom because of what was put to the judge. The judge knew that it was going to actually bring down the judicial system if the judge uttered a word, and he actually just left the court and they just closed business for the day. It's similar tactics they use when Patrick McGreal catches out the judges.
Yeah, he's very good.
Look, that's true. Adolf, right? That is absolutely 100% true. Cork had changed his stance on Israel after going out there and meeting some of the real small hats. And so I'm going to try and go back to some stuff you sent me, Orla, and hopefully my WhatsApp won't crash again.
That's actually really good what Christina there saying. My son-in-law lost his 67-year-old fit and healthy uncle Monday past. Up here, everyone is talking about the excess deaths. Christine, where is that? 2 people yesterday said to me, in their opinion, it was the vaccines. Interesting. Because a lot of times, if I kind of say to people, God, there's an awful lot of people dying suddenly, isn't there? And they just look at me with this like blank expression on their face,
Very good. Cash, have a public presence and providing them openly with the info is absolutely imperative. Doing well done to everybody who made it to Cashel. I did see some pictures. So look, really well done. These people, the people who inflict pain on us, the indigenous people of this land, don't deserve to have a comfortable life. They should be harassed wherever they go. There should be pictures and posters and signs to remind them of the harm they're causing. In the hope that they will, mend their ways. But if they won't mend their ways, then we will encourage people to find an alternative way to live without them.
Well, they need to remember something, but then they probably don't, because they probably don't believe in God. You cannot put that harm on others without it coming back on you. And they all have to answer to God when this is all over. And all I would say is, God help them. Because it is coming to them.
I didn't know this. Hey, Angela, how are you?
Hey, Angela, how are you?
Taking the ivermectin, be careful, cause dizziness, peripheral vision can be affected. It doesn't last long, but worrying when it happens. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you for the information.
You have to be very careful with the ivermectin to make sure that you're taking the correct amount of it. But we only featured this on the show that they have now come out and stated that ivermectin is now safe to take, and it can be used, considering It came out in the 1980s and it was, it's been around for years and was perfectly safe. But the reason they didn't want people using it is there is no money in ivermectin. There is only money in new drugs and new vaccines. That is why they didn't want ivermectin or anything else being used, because people then wouldn't have gone to take the shots. And that's where the money is.
Fact. Yeah. Chats again. Is this working? Okay, perfect. That's grand. Right. So, talk me through.
Is also, because I put up a post about it. It's also anti-inflammatory.
Oh, it's a wonder. It's a wonder drug. It does. It has huge amounts of benefits.
Yes, it does.
There's listen.
But the only thing is you have to take the correct amount of it, so you have to just be careful of what you're taking.
Absolutely. Yeah, forgiveness. Christine, forgiveness is important. And you like I said, I would I wouldn't give amnesty, but I would give special dispensation to those who come forward as whistleblowers.
Mm-hmm.
So those who rats saving themselves, but if it benefits the majority, then I would offer amnesty to whistleblowers.
And there is some people, Martin, who believed it all at the very beginning and then realised that they were lied to, and now they're coming out,
Mm-hmm.
But it's the ones who are going along with everything and still lying and still deceiving people. I have a serious issue with, because they have blood on their hands and they will be answerable at the end of all this, because there's no getting away from it. They don't answer to us, they'll answer to above.
What are we doing to them, Maura?
We don't need to do anything. There's a thing called karma, and answerable to God. They have to answer to him. They have blood on their hands.
Okay, so I have a video here that is just going to play. Nope, not that one.
No.
We played that one already. That's grand. Orla, where's your name gone? It was the unemployment. It's the unemployment one.
Yes, this is the girl I was saying about on TikTok. She's called Maria Doyle. Only came across her lately, and she's very good. And her videos are short, which is great.
Okay, so I'm gonna bang this up, and I'll let you talk, because
I'm a very weird, if you want to call me nationalist. I'm a weird one. I always like praising other people. Quite unique in that way.
You mean you're nice? Nice isn't weird, Orla.
I'm in the minority.
Unemployment rate in Ireland and how many people are signing on the dole on the live register. The current unemployment rate in Ireland is 4.7%. This is the live register. If you've good eyesight, you'll see that we've over 177,000 people on the live register. 128,000 of those are Irish nationals and 49,000 are non-Irish nationals. We have over 22,000 people under the age of 25 on the live register at the moment. Most aged between 25 and 54 account for 2/3 of all on the live register. Currently have just over 12,000 benefiting from the EU Temporary Protective Directive, which was set up for Ukrainian refugees. And as you can see here below me, the counties that have the largest increase in the last year is Dublin and Kildare.
That's very interesting. 49,000.
But that's okay. So
non-nationals.
But those figures are massaged. The government always hide the actual figures, and there's people on other schemes and other forms of social welfare that don't actually come on the live register, and there's a huge amount of people in the iPass system that aren't in. You know what I mean? The numbers are way higher than that. If you use an AI tool, you can basically find out that roughly 1/3 of the population of this country receives some form of welfare. 1/3 of the population works for the civil service or the government in some way, and the other 1/3 carry the can for all of it. We have to look at our welfare system if we're ever going to fix the country. And like I said, I speak about it all the time. There's a huge difference between those who can't and those who won't. Those who can't deserve every safety net that we can provide for them. Those that won't deserve nothing, and that's just my personal opinion, because there's no reason that everybody shouldn't contribute a little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit. It's not a lot. Like, you know, should we have to give 60, 70 hours a week to faceless corporations, etc., etc.? No, of course we shouldn't. Do you know what I mean? But everybody should do a little bit, and you know, don't kill yourself for any entity, especially something with shareholders. But you know, sitting on your hole on the scratcher, no. Now, saying that, if you're a good human, I said this to the young people, if you're a really, really good human and you believe in God and you're religious and sit at home, have loads of kids, because we need the kids. That would be doing a service to the country. So if you're a good man and a good woman, just find somewhere to live, fire out 6 children. And I've said before, I don't mind sponsoring, as long as you're good, as long as you're good people.
Like, even if those numbers are not exactly true, it's still 49,000 that the taxpayer is paying for them to contribute nothing to the country and get everything handed to them. But yet we have people who can't get medical cards, you know, who can't get paid properly for home help. You know, it's just ridiculous what's going on and how people are just going along with it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But that girl is very good. And as I said, well worth a follow on TikTok.
What's her handle, or what's her name?
Maria.Doyle. I only came
yeah.
across her recently, but she's very good. I've a few
Very good.
videos now.
I will.
Very nice.
I'll give her a follow. Okay, so next video then is something about Sweden.
It's Sweden, yes. Now here is another guy. I've played him a few times. He's over in the UK. He's fantastic as well. I'm not sure actually what his name is, because he was under under another handle, but he's very, very good on TikTok. Straight to the point as well.
There we go.
And you know what? It's so sad listening to this, considering what Sweden was, to now what it's become.
The once peaceful, prosperous jewel of Scandinavia. What if I told you that Sweden, the once peaceful, prosperous jewel of Scandinavia, has now been transformed into a war zone, where bombs explode in the streets, gang violence runs rampant, and native Swedes are disappearing into the minority. Sweden was once a beacon of stability, progress and Nordic resilience, a nation that prided itself on equality, safety and a strong welfare state. But in the span of just a few decades, it has transformed beyond recognition. Uncontrolled mass migration has turned the country into a battleground. Crime has exploded with bombings, gang warfare and lawless enclaves where Swedish law no longer holds sway. And the most shocking truth of all, ethnic Swedes are now a minority in their own cities, their own communities, in their own country. It began under the guise of compassion. The Swedish government, in its pursuit of open borders and limitless humanitarianism, welcomed hundreds of thousands of migrants, many from cultures with values utterly incompatible with Sweden's own. These weren't families seeking a better life. They were overwhelmingly young men, many of whom despised the West, see it as weak and ripe for exploitation, and exploit it they did. Just look at the numbers, if you dare. Sweden now has one of the highest rates of gun violence in Europe. Grenade attacks and bombings, once unheard of in these peaceful Scandinavian towns, are now a regular occurrence. In Malmö, Gothenburg and Stockholm, gang wars rage in the streets. Police stations, kindergartens and residential buildings have been targeted with explosives. What was once a country known for ABBA, IKEA and neutrality is now infamous with its no-go zones and spiralling violence. Rapes have surged. Sexual assaults, often carried out by men from radically different cultures, have shattered the sense of safety Swedish women once took for granted. But even worse than the crime itself is the government's response. Instead of cracking down, Swedish authorities, fearful of being labelled racist, have prioritised appeasement. So police officers warn women to dress modestly, to avoid going out alone at night. Concessions to an alien culture taking root in Swedish soil. And where are the Swedish people in all of this? Outnumbered in their own neighbourhoods, taxed to pay for welfare systems increasingly strained by those who contribute nothing at all. Their voices are silenced, their concerns dismissed as xenophobia, but the demographic shift tells the real story. Sweden is no longer a Swedish nation. It's a failed experiment in multiculturalism, an irreversible transformation into something unrecognisable. You want to know Britain's future? Look at Sweden. If you think the UK is immune, think again. Every week, boatloads of undocumented young men arrive on our shores, ferried in under the watchful eye of a government too afraid or too complicit to stop them. They come from cultures that reject our values, that see our kindness as weakness, that do not seek to integrate, but to dominate. It makes my blood boil. British taxpayers foot the bill, while working class communities bear the brunt of this disaster. Housing shortages, overstretched NHS services, rising crime. These aren't coincidences. They're the inevitable consequences of a system that welcomes everyone except its own people. If we don't act, we will follow Sweden down the same path. Soon we'll be the ones avoiding certain neighbourhoods, warning our daughters to stay indoors, watching as our identity is eroded in the name of tolerance. Listen, this isn't alarmism, this is reality. The time for politeness is over. The time for action is now. Britain must defend itself, or it will cease to exist as we know it.
He's very good. You know, he puts out some good stuff.
You sent me a video, 2 videos there. One is of a car, looks like a car accident. What am I looking at?
Yes. So everyone knows I love Michael
Car accidents.
No, Michael McCarthy, right?
Car accidents.
Brilliant. And these actually 2 videos I sent on to you. Just watch this carry on over in England. Again, think again that the government is saying these people contribute to the country. I'm not sure exactly what this guy is contributing.
Get your video out. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I hope I clicked the right one.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
I see. Whatever is he going to do with this bit?
Child place holidays available with 22 kilograms of baggage included. But now, with Jet2 holidays.
I wouldn't
package
have thought
holidays
that.
you can trust.
Incredible.
International protected.
What a fine addition to the community.
Like, what do you say to that?
But
For the love of God.
The cities are full of these people.
I love the way Michael does his videos at times. They're just...
Yeah,
like, this is absolutely ridiculous what's happening. Do you know, what was the point of that?
I actually just from the still of the video, I actually thought it was a car crash or something like that. I'm just looking at it now, and it's just he's basically walking down the street, tipping everybody's bins out in the middle of the road.
Yeah, in the middle of the road. Like it's just, and we're told that these people are here to contribute to the country.
Yeah.
Do you know? It's just ridiculous. As I said one time, we were showing a video of this. I think again it looked like an African man in Italy. And he was up on the roof throwing off the tiles. And I turned around and I said, oh my God. I said, the government told us there was doctors and engineers coming in. They didn't tell us they were sending over carpenters as well.
Roofers.
Roofers. Carpenters.
Yeah.
Roofers as well. My brother's one. But I just was like,
but
for the love of God, how can people not see what is happening?
The real worry is that the cross from, they're coming from the east and they're coming from North Africa, they cross into Europe, they cross into Greece, they cross into Italy, and there is basically a human trafficking railroad essentially that they just go country. Guess where the last stop is?
Ireland. Treasure
and
Island.
we get the worst of the worst of the worst. It's the countries just move them on.
Seeing as you're talking there, if you just go in, you'll be able to pull it up because it's a screenshot. From is it the ambassador of Nigeria I came across today? And
that's all. Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to.
I haven't seen it before now. It's only today I happened to spot it.
No, it's knocking around a long time. I'll say that. 1 second now. Is my mouse as loud as Paul's? You know, you can always hear him clicking in the background.
No, your sound is fine. I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, no, because 1 second now. So,
bear in mind that, Martin, when you're having an old drink and we can hear you opening the cans.
I don't care about that. I'm not drinking today. That's actually, you know what? Paul rang me, and you know what? The first line that came out of his mouth before he told me about the car, or could I start the show or anything like that? Are you on the gargle?
I said the same thing. I said he's probably in the pub.
Are you on the gargle?
Mm.
I can't find this picture. I did save it, but I do not.
It is under the flag.
No, I found it. I found it. I'm saving it, but it doesn't seem to want to save where I want it to go. It is ending in 398. WhatsApp image 398.
Just check and see how we're going with stuff.
Okay, so we're getting through it. It's just it's only the links.
No, there's some stuff I've sent over that is links.
Yeah, so there we go. I'll let you read it out.
First, we tried as much as possible to counter some of the barefaced lies told by asylum seekers who wanted to curry favour, to attract the attention of the Irish people, to enable them to remain here. The second thing we did was to go around many counties of Ireland to educate Nigerians, to inform them that the more you disgrace yourselves, the more the Irish themselves will look upon you as part and parcels of what you said you were running away from. Let me tell you one thing. Among the asylum seeker, you have criminals who escaped from prison, right? And if I look under now, sorry, hold on a second, just bring it up. So she's a Nigerian ambassador, was proven right when she said that the illegal Nigerians, and remember half of them are here legally as doctors, claiming asylum in Ireland were criminals. So there you go now. So that's more wonderful good news. I love the way half of them can come in legally and half of them can come in illegally, and people don't find that strange. Same as Pakistan.
You sent me another video after the cultural.
Yes, so this is Michael McCarthy again. Now this is going around a little while, but it's actually very good. It's the way he summarises the whole follow the money, in other words, for the immigration crack.
Union provides funding to member countries for accepting immigrants. Ireland receives this money, which then flows to developers, hotels, and the wealthy elite. These elites funnel some of that same money back to the government through donations and gifts, creating a cycle of wealth and influence. Meanwhile, immigrants are used to secure votes for the government, reinforcing their power. As more money is printed to keep the system going, the wealthy become richer, while ordinary citizens like you and I suffer as the value of the euro drops, widening the wealth divide. As people outside this circle figure out what's happening, they become angry. This group grows, scaring the government. To stop this, the government used propaganda to label those people as racist and far-right, scaring others from joining. This corruption allows the government to maintain its circle of wealth and power. The European Union, in turn, benefits by promoting immigration and diversity, which makes it harder for people to join together and resist new laws that give them more power. If we all don't come together and oppose this, we can't stop it. It's up to all of us to break the chains they have around us and our thoughts. This needs to change. We all deserve better.
Isn't that very well done?
Yeah, he's excellent. He's
sorry, I'm just sending you over a few more bits because
I'm downloading them.
We're actually flying through the video so much we're nearly at the end of them, and I was like, oh
no. Oh, I wonder what's happening. Did Martin find some efficiency?
No, because you see what happens is our darling Paul. I'll say, Paul, just say for example, can we play the Git video? Just for example. Then he'll go on to another tangent about something else. Paul, can we play the Git video? Then he'll have a story to tell about something else. Then he'll go into the comments and then he'll be like, Paul, can we play the Git video? And then he might, third time, he might go, oh yeah. And then he'll go, Orla, what was I to do again? and then he'll put up a different video.
Paul, if you're watching, she's absolutely shitting on you.
I tell the truth.
She's absolutely shitting on you. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So I'm actually now kind of panicking, going, I have to go back now and find other videos we missed out on now, because you're flying through them.
Yeah, all about the efficiency. We just hit 1,000 there, people.
And you see, the thing.
Hang on. Can I find the
Michael John? You've Michael John telling Paul how gorgeous he is. So then he gets distracted.
Here, look, I'm gonna do this. It's not 1,500. It's 1,000, but I can't find the 1,000 one. So there we go. Just minus 500 from that.
Yeah, but it was 1,500 the other night.
Yeah,
on Wednesday night. That's what it was. And that's only on this platform.
Yeah, we have to do this one. So you get us on Fitzy Dub at Anthony Casey, Rogamurph 27, Ireland First, Irish Column, Díla Heron. Yeah, they're all the ones. And then the most important one.
Buy his coffee.
Paul's car is broke down, right? Buy the man a coffee. Please, just buy him a coffee, will you? Please, pretty please. Actually, do you know what I was actually thinking? Actually, go back to the comments and turn that off. I'll go back to the comments. How much money do you think I could raise for nationalism offering to shave off my beard?
Oh, I don't know.
Start throwing in figures there, people. What's it worth? What's it worth to find out whether I actually have a chin or not?
I don't know. You never know. I'd be surprised. You know?
Right. So we will go back to the videos. So the first one you sent me,
because I think we're actually everything I sent you earlier on. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we're through it all. We're through it all. Yeah. So there's you sent me a video about a Korean streamer who got some cultural,
this is brilliant.
Got some cultural enrichment. Okay, so
now it's only 11 seconds, but
What was that? Custard blood.
What was that?
Now I'm going to read the context of this. So he says, and I will not use this word, "What do you want, you dirty?"
Whore.
I don't use that word.
I said it for you.
Right. Well, I don't use it.
You're welcome.
Famed Korean streamer, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Junichi, was brutally attacked by a man reportedly from North African origin on the streets of Toulouse. The Korean streamer has 1.1 million viewers and is one of the biggest streamers in South Korea. She had a rude welcome to multicultural France, where you can be attacked randomly on the streets at nearly all times. Because obviously France has turned into an absolute, excuse my language, shithole. She likes to travel the world, sharing her adventures with her large community, but in this case, she got punched in the face. And seemingly this has gone out now to millions of viewers now, so it has, because that is just absolutely shocking what's going on in France, especially like what's going on in Paris, especially. Do you know? And this again is your diversity. Do you know?
Yep.
And seemingly, I was reading that French people, as in actual French people, are now coming up and apologizing, saying they're not French. Please excuse their behavior. They're not French. Isn't that terrible?
Listen, we have it here. Yeah. Okay. So we're starting the bidding at 5K.
That beard is well looked after.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is Michael John not in the comments?
No, he's not here tonight. Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, hey, is Ferric still in the comments? Judy now. Oh, look.
Judy likes my beard. How'd you like my beard, Judy?
What if yourself and Ferric could do it? Seeing as you're like, what is it, brothers from another mother?
Oh no, they called me something like his goblin twin or something like that. It was to be honest, it was very funny. It was very, very, very funny.
Yeah.
Now another video. Let's keep banging these
Yes.
out. You better find some more stuff because there's two more to play.
Now, again, this guy, we played him a few times. He's TikTok. He is known as the Block Layer. He's going in under the Irish version of it now. He again is brilliant. This is on the new thing of mal-information, which is actually true information, but they don't want to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Wisdom from our wonderful, wonderful government. They're now going to target malinformation. Information that's actually true, but may be harmful. So that would mean like covering up government corruption and anything that's on social media that is true, but people may find harmful, will probably be removed. They really don't want you knowing anything that's going on, do they? And they really are going after free speech at this stage. This is some Soviet fucking style shit.
I follow him on TikTok. It's great stuff.
Oh, he's very good. I have to say now, I really like him. He's very good.
Yeah.
So he's definitely worth, give him a follow.
Yeah. I actually just another one there. Check out James Conway is making some very interesting videos of late on TikTok. So I invite everybody to check them out. Some really interesting stuff in there. Well worth a watch.
And I love the way the way he starts his videos. He's very funny.
Yeah.
Do you know the way he just starts them off?
Right. So I'm going to do this. I have to download two
You know
more.
what?
Who is this UK girl?
Hey, Martin, when you're good, you're good.
Sorry. Oh no,
I said I'm flying them over to you. When you're good, you're good.
Yeah. Listen, look, I'm getting you're flying them over, and I'm getting them up.
You're doing great for your first time, Martin.
Tell me. I've lasted. Hang on. Hold on. How long are we running before I do this? Okay, we're running. I've lasted an hour and 22 minutes, Orla.
I'm very impressed.
So am I. Oh God, we're going to hell.
I'm actually going to check in with Paul and see if he's alive. Maybe he's been kidnapped.
He's sitting there with his arms folded going, I'll show them now. I'll show them how hard this is. I'll show that Orla one, yeah. And that Murphy lad with his beard, he thinks he's great. He thinks he can do everything. He's sitting there pissing himself laughing. He go, I'm going in, go in and check how many viewers they have. Yeah, it's down.
And you know what's actually great, Martin? I want to get some of the videos Paul didn't play before because he's too busy chatting.
Hang on now. I'm just going to see, is this the right
So
one?
we'll hit a new record tonight.
No, that's the same.
That's the one there, yeah.
Yeah, that's a boo-boo on my part. Hang on now.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just going to start clearing what I've sent over to you. Yeah, I've done him.
You've done who?
Him, the Block Layer.
Yeah. How'd that go for you?
Go on. But this same video. Do you want to start off with the UK girl?
Yeah, lady. Yeah. I'm trying to upload it, but for some strange reason, it keeps playing the same one.
I've done that, and I've done
now
that.
The illegal immigrant capital of Europe. 1 in every 100 people are an illegal immigrant. 1 in every 100. That works out to be 745,000 illegal immigrants in the UK that are undocumented. We have no idea who they are and no idea about their background. Also, that amount is the size of the city of Leeds, which is mental. On top of this, there is an additional backlog of about 250,000 asylum seekers who are either awaiting a decision or appealing a rejection. And if you don't believe me on this, then this is the research from Oxford University experts. Junior doctors in the UK are whistleblowing about the state of the NHS and how they're having to treat the illegal immigrant. They are blocking 1 in 5 patients and having to go treat an illegal immigrant, and if they refuse, NHS England will cut the funding. Not just that, but female GPs are getting assaulted on home visits, so when they go to their hotels or the HMOs. Police are asking for reports not to be filed to stop any tension in communities. That is something I cannot wrap my head around. I think that is ridiculous. Also, our new Home Secretary. This woman has just said this on a video. I'm going to read it out because I want to make sure I get every single bit correct. The majority of the people that hold the English flag will be the EDL and a white male. They're also bad people who want to divide our communities. What the fuck? Why is our Home Secretary allowed to speak like this? Why is she allowed to make inaccurate comments and keep her job? But me and a lot of the other people that are at the other end of the English flag, we're not racist, we're not neo-Nazis, we're not bad people or dangerous or trying to divide any communities. That is not what we're trying to do, but this is where a lot of people get their opinions about us, thinking that we are racist because they see it on the TV and the media and our government portraying us as that. A lot of us just want safety in our country. That is all people want, is just to feel safe in their country. How upsetting is this as well? Australia has just given us a level 2 security risk and advised their citizens not to travel to the UK. This is where we are now. Like, our country is now a dangerous country and other countries are noticing that. Something in the UK seriously needs to change.
I'm just after seeing on the television Sarah's comment. Chris Bourne. I need Martin as my new host. No.
Did you see the other ones?
I laughed. I remember one. No, go on. Put them up.
It started with this. I'm always brave.
Put the comments up.
I know. Get this one.
You need a comedy show, right? Right. I've just texted Paul. Are you live? Do you need rescuing?
That actually, the last I heard, I think he was getting into an AA van. I hope it was an AA van.
You never know.
Oh,
it could be Antifa.
Yeah,
he's gone forever.
I was just thinking. Yeah. Paul's. Hold on.
He's messaging back.
Hey,
I went.
Paul,
are you alive? Do you need rescuing?
I'll tell you one thing. I pity the Antifa person who challenges Paul. Paul may come across as this nice, friendly, bubbly. You cross him, you'll know about it.
I know. I'm just laughing. Give me 5 minutes, right? Let's keep going with these videos because I'm going to take the piss out of him when he gets in. Because I'll go. Martin's got through all my videos. He got all of them up, no problem at all.
I get great comments. Oh, now hang on, hold on. Here's the important question.
No, he's not. No, Chris, no. Well, no, it depends on how long he's home. He better not be drinking my Bulmers.
Right, zero.
Right, so
okay, videos. Going. Right, we've 4 videos to bang through here, so let's get.
Right, I think I sent over. Yeah, I think I sent over another couple.
Right, so videos,
so the girl, so the next one then is the 80-year-old.
4, 5. So 5 videos. I need to go back to 5. So video file. 1, 2, 3.
There's 80-year-old. We're going working from down there.
There's another Michael McCarthy video. Yeah.
Apparently, this is the UK.
You smell like food, and I am. You better, girl.
To a granny with a walking stick.
I can't. She's holding me.
All right, that's it. Break it up, baby. Okay.
And if you're one of those people who says, oh, she was in the wrong, she said something to him. Even if an 80-year-old woman threw something at me, I would ignore it. She's 80 years old. If they came up and said, worst thing you can imagine to my face, I would ignore it because they're 80 years old. You have to be incredibly stupid to start fighting a granny.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the top of that, it does actually. Somebody's put in a comment saying it's the UK. I don't think it's the UK. I think it's the US. But anyway, it's irrelevant. She's 80 years old. She can say what the hell she likes. You do not touch. Well, you don't touch a woman anyway, but you definitely do not touch an elderly person.
These are very good.
I don't have a sheet of paper. I need a sheet of paper.
I'll download them all or something like that. Yeah, look, simple fact that there's elderly people sometimes are not all with it. I know some people that I actually interact with 1 or 2 times a week. They live near where I work, and the lady is she's nuts. She's absolutely bonkers. You know what I mean? And sometimes she's happy and sometimes she's very aggressive and stuff like that. You just smile politely, and if she's in one of her aggressive moods, you just move away from her. She can't help it. She's a person who's sort of been abandoned by the state, lives alone, probably doesn't have any family, this, that, and the other. You just empathy and compassion. But people like him have been entitled to, I can do whatever I want because whatever lives matter, and we was slaves and blah 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 blah. No, you're a piece of shit human who is so insecure in your own skin that you have to assault an 8-year-old woman. It doesn't matter what she said. It doesn't matter. And
she grabbed his bag, he grabbed her bag. If you look at the very beginning as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's a disgrace.
Yeah.
He's not a man.
And like, if that was your granny, by the way, you know what needs to be done. So like, yeah. All right. Next video before I get done for inciting violence again. So that was 5. So we've 1, 2, 3, 4. So next one up and open.
News for you, everybody. You know what to do by now. Share it far and wide with everyone you know. And guess what, people? We have another one. Epping hotel migrant told a 14-year-old girl he wanted to have her baby. And it gets worse, people. He also told the 14-year-old girl's friend he wanted to have her baby as well. He then went on to say, age doesn't matter. Come back to my taxpayer-funded hotel room. Now, allegedly, these girls were walking past and said the man looked hungry and offered him some food. He took the slice of pizza and then started leaning in for kisses. They told him their age. It doesn't matter about age. Pulling pouting faces. Now, this is the problem with mass third world uncivilized migration into the civilized world. It doesn't fucking work. Now, just take a look at this headline from the BBC. This is your daily reminder. You do not hate these people enough. Man told girls he wanted to have a baby. Court hears. Let me fix that for you, BBC. How about third world invader harasses, intimidates and preys upon 2 innocent teenage girls?
I think somebody might be joining us, Orla. Hello, Paul.
Wow, what a day. What a day, what a city. Wow. Jesus, man.
You okay, Paul?
I'm going great, lads. I'm going great.
Do you like my new sign?
Oh, God. Oh,
listen, hey. Listen, Martin's been getting them up all night.
That's good. I've heard stories about
Hey, Paul, all of them are true, unfortunately. Right. Anyway, Orla, let's not get distracted. Let's keep going with the videos. We've
Paul, I'm nearly in shock. I've got to a stage. You're going to be shocked to hear this. That I'm at the end of my videos.
Deadly, because I'm going to be honest, right? I don't know whether any of you've seen Eva Vladringer's speech yesterday at Tommy Robinson's thing. Did any of you see it?
No.
Wow. I have it there. It's 5 minutes, lads. This is
bang through these 3 short ones here.
Hey, Martin, what did I say?
I'm on a roll.
You set up for 2.5 or 2 hours.
I didn't put an end time.
You have
1:36.
I know what we're at now. Go on. No, walk away. Don't let me distract you. I'm going to sit down here and pull down videos.
What? I'm going to show you from over there. I like your hair still. You got some nice hair. It's nice and luscious.
Are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine.
This is their idea
You're gonna
of
die.
crime.
Huh? Why are you just smiling at me?
Oh.
I asked him a serious question. Do you wanna die?
No.
Why?
Because you can still touch him.
Why?
Because
You're gonna die. You sure?
Yeah.
I saw you from over there. You're just looking like you wanted to die.
When did we decay you?
Well, you was looking at me this whole time. You're gonna die. Nah, bro. Bro. You're gonna die, bro. Don't even answer that right now. This is serious, bro. You're trying to answer the phone. Who's calling you? They can wait, bro.
Imagine
You're
your
gonna die, bro, because I can take it out right now, bro.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
I can take it out right now. Do you want to die? Yes or no? Speak. I'm talking to you, bro. You don't want to die? Swat me then. Swat. I lied to you, bro. I don't know why you're laughing as well, bro. Just I take it out right now.
Here's what the boss says. He approaches women in the night. They're terrified. He strokes her hair. She rejects him. He asks her if she wants to die right now. She goes for her phone. He threatens her again. Why are British women being forced to live like this?
Unbelievable. Like they're minding their own business. And this gobshite is over annoying them, like touching our hair, like it's disgusting.
You know what to do. You know what to do if you find out that's happening. You know what to do. Everybody here watching knows what to do. So just get it done. If there's dangers like that in the community, then they need to be dealt with. 2 quick videos, and then we go to the long one. So give me a chance to make a cup of coffee. So video image. This is. Oh, yeah, this is about the girl who got pushed in front of the train, is it?
Yeah, Germany, yeah.
God almighty.
I think what's going on right now in the UK is bad. Just look at Germany. Germany are in crisis right now in relation to illegal immigration. So many cases where these illegal people, and they're all men, all working age, fighting age men, and have done the most awful things to children. Happened a couple of days ago where a 16-year-old girl was pushed in front of an oncoming train by a man from Iraq for no reason other than he could, other than she was German, she was European, she was Western, and he fancied doing it. She was 16 and her life was ended by someone that shouldn't have even been in the country, someone that's bringing horrific views and violence to a great country in Germany. It's sickening. This is the legacy of Angela Merkel. She has destroyed Germany. She's not even been in power for years now, but she has single-handedly destroyed Germany, and they are still facing the consequences of that. Her open border policy has allowed millions, no doubt, of unvetted people to come into Europe and commit these horrific crimes against innocent Westerners, and often children, because they are the most vulnerable people generally within society. This is why Europe is voting right-wing. It's nothing to do with racism or fascism, despite what the far left say. It's simply because people do not want innocent children being pushed in front of trains or God knows what else by people that should not even be here. I'd love to see the far left talk about this, but they won't talk about it. They'll probably try and blame the girls somehow, because that's what they normally do. They are always on the side of criminals and illegal people who wish harm upon children, because generally they do the same. They don't care about the lives of Westerners or Europeans or generally just white people. It's sick. This has got to end, but it only ends when countries vote for a radical right-wing government that will end this free flow of illegal criminals coming into Europe.
Fact. Absolute fact. But we can only do that by removing ourselves from Europe and removing the current cabal we have that claim to represent the people. They don't. That's the only way to do it, and I'm not concerned about how they're removed at this point. But we must get out of Europe. We must secure our borders. We must invest in a huge naval fleet to patrol and protect our borders. All our port towns should have a type of civil defense, and we must have accountable people, good people and moral people elected to office. They're the only long-term solutions. Right, last one Orla, and then we have boxed off huge amount of content tonight.
But don't be minding all you. Hold on for a minute. You don't do what she tells you to do here, okay? You should have just done your own videos. Had you got your own videos? No, that's okay if you hadn't. I just do my own ones, and then
I was driving between Kerry and Tipperary, and I got told, can you host the show tonight? I broke all the speed limits.
To get I didn't break any bleeding speed limits. I was sitting on the M50 for 3.5 hours. Look, you know what I put up
the buy me a coffee, and I explained that you buy Paul a coffee.
Buy me a coffee. Buy me a van.
Yeah. I know.
Buy Paul a van. Okay, last video. We'll get it up. I think this is something to do with my favorite people.
Muslim people are in the wrong and they are committing crimes. No one's above the law.
If the law of the land is Islamic, we will respect the law of the land.
What if it's not Islamic?
If it's not Islamic, then the law of the land and those who make it can go to hell, quite honestly, because Allah said in the Quran, in chapter 33, verse 1, He said, "O Prophet, fear Allah and do not obey the disbelievers and the hypocrites." Is David Cameron a Muslim or a disbeliever? Guys,
I can't speak on camera.
So you can't obey him. So he can go to hell, as well as all of the other leaders.
Do you think I should go to hell?
Let me tell you something.
I'm a non-Muslim.
You're on your way to the hellfire because you're a non-Muslim. All non-Muslims are destined for the hellfire.
Do you really believe that?
Yes, and you will be fueled for the hellfire as well. But the fact is that you have an opportunity to change.
That hurts me to think that you think that of me because you don't really know me, and you think I'm destined to hell because I'm non-Muslim.
You said you're not a Muslim, so that's enough for me to know that you're not Muslim.
At least they're straight,
unless you change.
They're telling us straight that they're not going to obey the law of the land if it doesn't follow Islamic law. They tell us anyone who's not Muslim is going to hell, and they say it to our face. And we sit here going, no, they're okay. Can someone justify a good reason to have them in the country? It makes zero sense.
Listen, I'm not going to bash the Muslims again. They can bash themselves. They're doing this off their own abolition. People can see what's going on. People aren't blind anymore. Everywhere you look now, there's a person that's not Irish. There is, and they're coloured. You know what I mean? So whether they be Pakistani, whether they be Nigerian, whether they be, Palestinian. Listen, the demographics have gone in this country, especially in Dublin. And lads, unless we do bring in re-immigration, we're sort of Donald Ducked. I'm being honest with you.
Deportation.
I don't care who we get in here. Go on.
Now, before you go, Martin, I cannot believe I have actually ran out of videos. That has never, ever happened before. I actually had to go back. Go, please let me have some we didn't use.
You know something, Martin? You just fell right into my trap.
got rid of all the work. Hey, Paul, no, seriously.
You know the way years ago you'd be on the sites and one of the lads would say, "They make us a cup of tea," and you'd make a shy cup of tea, just or hey, he makes horrible tea, don't let him know.
Yeah,
there you go. Nice one, Martin.
Listen, anyway, you could do me a solid now. Play that 5-minute video so I can go to the Jacks, have a coffee, and have another smoke.
Go on, yeah. I'm gonna play it now. It's really good now, I have to say, lads. It really is. And by the way, did you see the foreigner that was in the church this morning in Letterkenny? Did you see that one?
No.
Oh, I have that. We play that at the end. It's 1:43. But we play this Eva Longoria. She's gorgeous.
Yeah,
I love her. I spoke to her before, and she's really nice. She's a lovely girl. Friend of Herman's, by the way. You get to talk to these people when you're friends with the monsters, with the enemy. Go on. I'll play this, and we'll come back and talk.
I just saw it.
I can't interrupt that. But I will say, ladies and gentlemen, it is not a minute too late that you guys are all here. Because our civilization is on the brink of destruction. As a result of mass immigration everywhere in Europe, we are losing our homelands. We are becoming minorities in our own countries. In many cities, this is already the case. Here, where we are today in London, a shocking 41% of all people are foreign born, and the total immigrant population lies at 60%. I don't have to tell you what the consequences of that are. The fruits of mass immigration are insecurity, impoverishment, and cultural decay. Here in London, you can't walk around with your phone in your hands without the risk of it getting stolen. But who cares about phones when your daughters are being raped? And the perpetrators who do it tell them that that is what white girls are for. That, plus the fact that the authorities, the very same people who are supposed to protect them, repeat that same rhetoric. That is what constitutes a betrayal on a level that we have never seen before. And make no mistake, the Rotherham rapes, they didn't just happen in Rotherham. They happened all over the continent as well. On a daily basis, everywhere in Europe, unsuspecting white boys and girls, men and women are assaulted, raped, and murdered every single day. So let's not beat around the bush here. We are witnessing the rape, replacement, and murder of our people. But I am here today to tell you, no more. This, today, is not the time for compromise. Today is not the time to just keep calm and carry on. Today is the time to get angry, demand change, and fight back. Because it's not just that our establishment doesn't care about us, or that they failed to simply protect us. Make no mistakes, they are the ones who have betrayed us. They are the ones who are actively selling us out. And they are the ones that are making us pay for our own destruction. And what if you speak out against them? What if you speak the truth? On this country, you run the risk of getting thrown in jail for longer than the immigrant who has raped your daughter. That is the UK in 2025 under Keir Starmer. Nothing short of a tyrannical state. But, ladies and gentlemen, do not despair. Do not become demoralized, because that is exactly what they want you to do. Because when I look at you, when I look at this sea of flags, I know that it is far from over for us. Both we, the Dutch, and you, the English, we have mastered the seas. We have conquered the world. And that same spirit of our ancestors still runs through our veins to this day. We are the sons and daughters of the greatest nations on earth. If anyone can get their countries back, it is us. Change is possible. Remigration is possible, and it is up to us to make it happen. We are Generation Remigration. We will not back down. We will not be silenced. And by the grace of God, we will claim our countries back. Thank you.
I really, really think she is brilliant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything she has said there is happening all over Europe. We're seeing it all over Europe. Like,
Yeah.
Every major city is captured. Like, you know what I mean? Like 41% migrants, or was it 61%? She said in London. Like they're a minority in their own country here. You know what I mean? Come on, lads! It's time to wake up and smell the coffee here, and it's happening here as well. How's that?
And she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer as well. Like, do you know what I mean? She's brilliant. She's very outspoken, and she's telling the truth about everything.
There's someone about to put in there. Look, New Crusades the only way. Listen, was it 600 BC that the Crusades kicked off? Like, they let this happen for 600 years before the Crusades kicked off. You know what I mean? And they were put in place there for a reason. It was to stop the Muslim hordes coming across into the borders. They'd already taken Spain and France, and you know what I mean? This is what it was. That's what they were put in place for. And they pushed them back. Now, look, there's not even a bullet being fired here, and these people are taking over Western civilization. You know, it beggars belief.
I know.
Good evening. How are you?
Anthony, hello. Nice to see you.
I was here the whole time. I was wondering when you're going to put me on the stage. Fuck's sake.
Listen, Matt, listen, I was grand. Matt, you did a great job tonight.
I was bigging you up something else earlier on.
I've been watching the whole show all together. That's why I watched them a couple of points the other night. You know, and I was like, you better start saying it now soon, or it's the last few points you get off me.
No, he did. He was very complimentary. You can throw him a few pounds later on.
I don't take bribes.
What do we do about this, lads? Like, let's be honest here. Like, she's right in what she's saying there. What do we do here? Who do we have to like? It's looking like civil war all over Europe at this moment in time, and I think that's the only way here. Now, I'm being honest with you. Like, it's going to kick off in every major city in Europe. I don't care. It is. You can see it happen.
But what happens next? After, that's the question people need to ask.
That's the thing, Martin. They're pushing you towards civil war so they can introduce a surveillance state. That's what I see. You know, I listened to my mother was on RTE today, right? Not on the radio station.
The enemy.
Because they were promoting Ballyfermot Star. They do a lot of work with addicted parents. You know, they look after the kids and they help them with all that. But I had to listen when I was waiting, and they were talking about the cost of living crisis and how the poor are getting poorer and all. I was like, this is a really interesting take that RTE are taking, because they're pointing out the obvious that we've been shouting. And you can just see that they're pushing everyone towards civil war. And is it for a surveillance state? I would say absolutely. We have to be very careful that we're walking into all these landmines that are just set out for us. And what do? You can't not resist. So you're stuck. The best way, I think, is getting off grid, being self-sustainable, your own networks, back to old school stuff. How hard is that? I don't know. I think it's manageable.
Yeah, look, we keep building, we keep doing what we're doing. We know what we see so many traps and pitfalls at this stage that, and some people won't get together day to day. I'll talk to you after, Anthony. I met a very interesting man today. It's sovereign citizen type thing, you know what I mean? But very, very interesting conversation.
I heard you talk about it earlier. I know the thing you're talking about, and because I've been interested myself in going through. There's a meeting in Kilkenny recently I missed, but it was something I was against when we were canvassing, because how do you vote your way out if you're going to deregister? But then you're like, are the ballot boxes corrupt to the core anyway? So then you have to adjust with your realizations of things. It's worth. All these conversations are worth having. Absolutely.
Because look, plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. We have to have alternatives, and we have to offer people. We have to offer people something. You know what I mean? There's no point saying, "Oh, we're going to fix everything," unless we actually have a well thought out, well structured plan. You know what I mean? That looks well into the future.
Absolutely.
Damien just posted there. Great news, Anthony. No more live shows when you're off grid. We'll have Starlink, baby. We'll have Starlink, baby.
Hold on. When we say off grid, we're going fucking techno off grid. We'll have our own power source. Don't you worry about that. We'll still be here.
Pirate radio.
We'll be jumping into RTE broadcasts and everything. We'd like what you call it?
Hey, can we get a ship?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You're very confident there, Paul.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, but I just put up a thing there about buying me a van. He's talking about buying a bleeding ship now. Will you get it? Yeah. Where's the ship?
You know what you all have to do? Like, I don't know if I started a bit of a trend. See Paul there giving me guff about me old goatee, and then he appears a few weeks later, you know.
Started a trend.
Yeah, I didn't start. Okay, fair enough, right? You were born with that beard, Martin. It's different now.
Yeah. No, tell it. Yeah. Coming on.
Orla, we're just waiting for you now.
Orla, what's the
You know what? For the laugh, Orla, for the laugh, some might just go on to Temu and buy a fake beard. I just fucking wear it. For the night. We do a Halloween show or something. Actually, all jokes aside, because life is very serious and life is very, very hard, and we have to have a bit of fun sometimes. Will we do a dress up Halloween show? Look at Paul. His face.
We did it for Christmas.
Listen, we're living through a very scary time as it is.
Lads, I'm going to be honest with you. There might be 2 or 3 of us gone off this screen by Halloween. You know what I mean? So we're living in scary fucking times, like, you know.
Actually, do you know what? Do you know what you lads could do? Come on as each other.
I had a video there to play Charlie Kirk and the Jews, and I thought, I better not play that now, man. I said,
No. We don't need to give Squiddy any more ammunition.
Oh, listen, it's a good video. I have to say, it's a very good video. Yeah.
Fire it up.
Huh?
Fire it up.
It's pulling up there.
Yeah, Mark, do you think you could do a good impersonation of Paul or Anthony?
Who?
Yeah, my impersonation of Paul. You know what that is, Orla?
What?
I'm hoping it's fucking not.
It's the battering you get. It came up in conversation earlier. The battering you give your mouse
when you're trying to get them up.
No, it's the I was told that the other night as well. That's you clicking that mouse again. Yeah, I'll ring it out. And you can hear it.
You're always hammering that mouse.
Yeah, because I'm the one that's putting the shit up. You know, Martin's mouse was clicking. If you had it recorded tonight, you'll hear his mouse clicking.
Orla.
Did you hear the good news, Anthony, tonight? We figured it out. Look.
Yeah.
New call. Yeah, listen, I've been watching the whole show. Taking notes.
Well, didn't he, Anthony? I could maybe just do the Wednesday show now or something, you know. Or,
are you going to let the big thing
like you just do a guest appearance every once in a while?
Sorry about that, guys. I have to get rid of him for when it comes to look.
It's gone already.
Paul is moving into management. Excellent. You still have to buy him a coffee, people.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Anthony?
Don't know what I was going to say.
You were saying something. You were going to slag off Paul, I think.
Oh no, you know what I was going to say. He was saying about Martin doing a good job. I was like, I wonder who's going to do the old line from Saint Augustine at the end. The truth is like a line. I was waiting for it. Do you remember the time I queued it up and I dropped you down and I had the line all ready to go?
No, I knew I'd be back for that. I knew I'd be back.
I don't know what we just passed 11 o'clock there, so I have no idea what time length I hit the show, Paul. What effect does that have?
It'll just keep going for a few minutes, and anyway, we've another few minutes.
I think the show started. Was it 3 or 4 minutes past 9?
Do you know where I was today, though? Well, you do know. I was in the House of Prayer in Achill, and I popped into. I got a few bits and pieces from it while I was there. But it's a lovely part of the world. I know you're familiar enough with it, Paul. I haven't been there in about 17 years. My nanny used to run the buses there from Dublin over there for every Sunday.
Yeah, my auntie used to go on that bus. Yeah,
did she? Well, funny thing, I went into the gift store straight away, and there's a young lad, about 16, behind the counter, and I was chatting away to him, and he asked that I've been there before, and I told him I was there about when I was 15 or whatever. And I said my nana used to organise the buses up, and she asked who it was, and I said Margaret Casey, and he goes, no way, I was at her funeral, we all loved her here, and all my parents and all. So it was nice, you know. Yeah, got a few bits and pieces.
I haven't been to. Do you know what? So I was in the Girl Guides years and years ago, right? And it was an awful weekend. Rain, wind.
You were in the Girl Guides, is that what you said?
Yes, the Girl Guides.
Okay. I was never in the Scouts. I was never allowed to have a knife or anything like that. They never gave me that.
You met up for later on.
And you still have the nickname Stabby Fitzsimons.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll never forget it because every time I think of it. So we were near the sea and did all these mounds, right? And the medals, I think it was like spaghetti bolognese or something. And we hated it. It was absolutely rotten. So we didn't want to say we didn't want, that we didn't like it. So we started throwing it over the mounds, trying to get rid of it and pretend that we ate it. And then all the seagulls come down. So let's just say we were caught rightly.
Anthony, you were just talking about Paul's line at the end. I have a passage I share quite regularly, but I've never actually read it out, and I'd like to read it out if you'll indulge me for a minute. Just bear with me 1 second. It's almost a prayer to me. And I've actually stopped reading it. Just bear with me 1 second now.
The floor is yours.
The most terrifying force of death comes from the hands of the men who wanted to be left alone. They try so very hard to mind their own business and provide for themselves and those they love. They resist every impulse to fight back, knowing the forced and permanent change of life that will come from it. They know that the moment they fight back, their lives as they have lived them are over. The moment the men who wanted to be left alone are forced to fight back, it is a form of suicide. They're literally killing off who they used to be, which is why, when forced to take up violence, these men who wanted to be left alone fight with an unholy vengeance against those who murdered their former lives. They fight with raw hate and a drive that cannot be fathomed by those who are merely play-acting at politics and terror. True terror will arrive at these people's doors and they will cry and scream and beg for mercy, but it will fall upon the deaf ears of the men who just wanted to be left alone. I wanted to be left alone.
So did I.
Didn't we all? Still do.
Yeah, unfortunately, it what did it cost? Like a lot of the stand cost. I heard you were talking earlier on about not wanting to be a leader and all that kind of thing. Like the truth is as well, and we all know it. There's a mountain of SH1T that comes with all of this for all of us. There's no glory in any of this. You get every few days there's another threat of something to you, your family, your organization. Apparently, look, I'm not going to go too much into it because I don't want to give them oxygen really. But we a few of us forfeited our careers for this, and it's very difficult. They're still going through it. It's not just the general elections, the local elections. The nationalist movement and people who ran in it are associated with it lose their jobs for their voice. They are blocked and blacklisted from industries in their local areas, pubs, restaurants. All that happens. I get recognized a couple of times in certain restaurants and stuff like that. The looks you get sometimes, all of that. But to make a living for your family has become more difficult. And it's not just for the few months you're canvassing. It's an ongoing thing. And I do see a social credit system around the corner where this divide will happen as well, because this is what I think we should be preparing for. Giving people the lifeline to say no, getting ourselves ready to be able to say no and say, that's your thing. We don't want any part of it. And unfortunately, the divide since COVID is there. People move further and further left and further right. And now we're at the both extreme ends where people are shooting at each other from each other side, and they're rioting on the streets or they're rallying on the streets. France are rioting. They want us all to riot. Then this divide will come. They'll put, what do they say? Problem, reaction, solution. Yeah. They didn't think of this yesterday. They got the propaganda in place. They rolled out what they needed to roll out. They got the food chain in order. They got the control, the electricity supply, the whole lot. Surveillance state. Sounds crazy. That's what's coming. That's the truth. For the men who want to be left alone, maybe we can give them that chance. But we have to act on it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Maybe too late.
Yeah, I
hopefully not. That's
I've been saying it.
Well, I always say the one thing: the more people who stand up, it's only one simple word: No. That's all people need to say. The more that stand up and say no, they cannot control us all.
Well, I think that march in London yesterday has summed it up for the people of the UK. Anyway, like, I mean, you tried to play it down. There was only a certain amount there. There was millions there, mate. They were everywhere. It was something to behold, like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there is power in the people. Imagine if someone stood up and said, "Right, lads, we have millions here. Let's take Downing Street." I'm not advocating for anything. I'm just saying, you know, the fear is that person who says it goes to jail. You know, but look.
Well, if there's 3 million people standing behind that man that's been taken to jail, that will make a big difference. They won't take that man to jail, I don't think, you know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
right, I'm just going to play this church. Okay, played at this church. This is what happened in Letterkenny this morning at 8 a.m.
Oh, right, okay.
When I am lifted up from the earth, I will draw everyone to myself, says the Lord.
Oh, this happened ages.
What's going on there?
It's stabbed or something. Or shot.
He was just walking around and acting peculiar at 8 a.m. mass this morning. Further, people were trying to get communion and everything else. And he was asked to leave then, you know what I mean? But people can't even go to mass anymore, and they're up against this shit. Like, you know what I mean? It has to stop. Like, you know what I mean? And the Catholic Church have to come out and call this out for what it is. Like, you know.
I know, because you know what? All I could see there was the altar boy, and I was like, "Oh my God, please don't tell me something's going to happen there."
No, nothing did happen, but that doesn't.
You don't know.
Could have happened. It could have happened.
Yeah.
It's what could have happened if he'd had a weapon and went off the head and started slicing people in there. Is that when boiling point? Is that when the powder keg explodes? Like, you know what I mean? Come on, people! Like, this is not right.
Hold on, Paul. We've had that already. We've had children stabbed. How many times have I said it? That should have been the line drawn. That's it.
I know.
What more do you need to happen? Children should be the end. Do you know the end line?
Yeah. Yeah, that's their point, Paul. Yeah, Siobhan. Yeah, it just can't be happening. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. And as I said, the Catholic Church need to talk about this.
Yeah.
And they're not.
They're too busy welcoming them in.
They're too busy flying rainbow blading flags and bullshit like that. And you know, that's what they're too busy doing.
Roman Catholic Church is an enemy to every single person in this land. We need to start saying that out loud. The Roman, listen to the word, the Roman Catholic Church. Learn your history, learn what it is, right? The Christianity, this is your temple. It was never supposed to be buildings. It was never supposed to be, this is your temple. This is where it all happens. Every single bit of it in here. It's not about buildings. It's not about rituals. It's not about ideology. It's not about symbols. It's about your internal moral compass, for lack of a better word. the devil and the angel on your shoulder, which voice are you going to listen to? That's all it's about. We don't need, well, we need the buildings back, because there should be places of conversation, debate, you know, and sanctuaries and places to go and have a think, etc., etc., etc. We don't need the rituals of the Roman Catholic Church. We need to just have our faith, believe in ourselves, trust in the message. The message is really, really simple. Just trust in it. Faith. Love your brother and your sister. Put your tribe first, always. You know, other tribes need to look after themselves in their places. This is our place. And that's all that's important. But I know we push for, you know, we need to fill the churches. We don't. We just need to be better people. We need to be more courageous. We need more humility. And we need to look out for each other. Yeah. You know, it did take a long time. Like, that could have been some crazed Islamist looking to kill a priest. It could have been somebody suffering from some sort of mental disorder. It could have been
because he got no social welfare or something.
It could have been it could have been absolutely anything. But
I watched
the reality is that person shouldn't have been here. It's as simple as that. They shouldn't have been here in the first place.
Did you watch Andrew Tate's video on Piers Morgan the other night, where he said that these people were all mentally ill? You know, when Piers Morgan tried to say, well, this guy had he said, what do you mean? He said he murdered somebody. He's mentally ill. The same way as these trans fellas murder kids in schools. They're all mentally ill. Anyone who murders somebody is mentally ill. And he's right. You know what I mean? You can't just pawn her off saying, oh, no, listen, he's feeling a bit down. He's a bit depressed.
Oh, no, I go as far as to say is that the food chain and the vaccine schedule are making people towards mentally ill, and then they're targeting the mentally ill with their propaganda. I think that, you know, there's, like, look at the list of shooters in America that were trans or what, you know, that had all these things. Like Helen McEntee becoming the Minister of Education when her husband works for AMVI as a director. Like, all these things. They're targeting the most young and vulnerable. What was the problem with Charlie Kirk? He went to the indoctrination centers and had a dialogue and won people over.
Let's on that note, we're going to play Charlie Kirk and come back and talk about it, and then we'll finish up, right? We'll play this. This is the debate that they reckon they got him shot. So, I don't know. Let's...
You believe that the Jews run the American government.
That's not a secret, Charlie. Israel did 9/11, Charlie.
Oh, they did. Wow.
Why are we in the middle? I served.
Explain
Why were we in the Middle East?
You can reject involvement in the Middle East without also believing Israel did 9/11. So if Israel did 9/11, help me understand this. Who were the hijackers of the planes?
They weren't hijackers.
Oh,
CIA.
Okay.
CIA and Israel worked together.
No. Explain to me what happened on the aircraft.
Okay, first off, what we have to understand, there's only one plane that actually crashed.
No, there were three.
No, the building's imploded.
Okay,
if a plane's going to hit a building, why would the building fall down?
Time out. Flight 93, did it exist?
Flight 93 existed, yes.
Okay, so who tried to hijack that plane?
They sacrificed those people to make it look like Bush was targeted because they wanted to cover up Bush's involvement. He just happened to be in Texas reading a book to elementary kids, and they were reading a sign on a whiteboard
let me say
that talked about towers falling, Charlie.
Anti-Semitism.
We've been lied to since the beginning of this country. Jews, Freemasons, all of it's a satanic agenda. Israel is the synagogue of Satan. They're killing innocent people in Palestine over the guise of sovereignty. New World Order is coming, Charlie.
Guys, anti-Semitism is literally a brain cancer, as you could see.
How is this anti-Semitic, Charlie?
Okay. Explain to me, Flight 93, who was the hijacker?
They didn't have real hijackers, Charlie. They were plants.
Okay. So they got the black box. Of course, it was all just like a conspiracy.
Just like they found the passport miraculously 2 miles down from the crash site in
I'm sorry,
New York.
What?
They just happened to find one of the hijackers' passports laying on the ground 2 miles away from the crash site in New York. It just happened to be there. They just walked up and found it. They just randomly happened to find a perfectly good passport.
With that piece
Look
of data.
Look it up. Look, World War II was fought not over what everyone thought it was fought of. Every war is fought by. It is funded by the rich, the Rockefellers, all the rich, the Rothschilds.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
They funded all those.
Was Hitler bad?
I think Hitler was bad. Yes, Hitler was bad. Yes. But did the Holocaust happen? The Holocaust did happen.
How many people died?
Not 6 million.
How many?
It was not 6 million. I don't have an exact number, Charlie. I don't have an exact number. It wasn't
Okay, but you
6
said it's
million.
not 6 million. You must have an alternative. How do you know it's not 6 million?
Because there wasn't even 6 million Jews in Germany.
Okay, well, I mean, you tell me. You're the expert.
The reason why Jews have been run out of 109 countries throughout history is because every time they get into a country, they try and take it over. In Nazi Germany, again, they were having transgender surgeries, underground transgender surgeries. They were promoting homosexuality in schools.
And Jewish donors, they have a lot of explaining to do, a lot of decoupling to do, because Jewish donors have been the #1 funding mechanism of radical, open border, neoliberal, quasi-Marxist policies, cultural institutions, and nonprofits. This is a beast created by secular Jews. And it's not just the colleges. It's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it. It's like time for you guys to wake up and say no more. Draw a line in the sand. I don't care if you hate me.
You reckon that's the one that got him done? Yeah.
I heard he was invited to Israel. Don't know how true it is, and he refused.
He declined. Yeah, he doesn't agree with. Listen, there was another video of him there. I seen it just after October 7th, and he pulled no punches on it. He said he's been to Israel. Israel is, you can't walk down the street. Every second kid has a bleeding an AR-14 or an AR-15. He says them gates are always manned. He said there's no way. He said everybody in Israel has been IDF at one time. Do you know what I mean? They're all soldiers. They're all military
Listen,
trained.
I was in Israel. I was in for my 30th birthday. I wanted to go to the Holy Land. I wanted to go to Nazareth, Jerusalem, Jordan, the Dead Sea. I did Bethlehem, all that. And I remember sitting out in a cafe in parts of Israel. It's divided. Parts of Jerusalem, let's say, there's a new part and there's the old city. But there's 17-year-olds with AK-47s just walking by you, that are too young to grow a beard. Like it's true. And we went to Palestine to spend a bit of money there to help their economy. But things get shut down, and it's a strange place.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but he turned around in his one and said, "Was there a stand down order given? Like, these questions need to be answered." It seems Netanyahu was gone. He was trying to change the civil rights in the country and change the constitution and everything, and the people weren't happy. There was 300,000 people out on the streets for a couple of weeks before that, and there was a big protest for I think it was for the Saturday, and boom, here we go, October 7th, and Netanyahu was given emergency power, and lads, come on, it doesn't add up. You know what I mean? There's no way that should have happened. No way whatsoever. You look at every media company in this world, on this planet, is ran by Israel, by Jews. Every one of them. So they're telling us what to watch. They're showing us what to watch. They're telling us what they want us to watch and how they want us to react. I'm telling you, man, this is a mind fuck. Trust me.
I think, it's funny, Paul, the four of us ran in last year, whether it be the locals or the generals. We all saw corruption at the ballot boxes. Well, I certainly did. I know you did, Paul. You were sending me stuff. I don't know if Martin and Orla did or what way they felt about it, but I know a lot of people did. It seems, obvious to me, even if you didn't see it in ballot papers, boxes going missing, such a ridiculous thing in 2024, But it just, when I watched the presidential election, it just seems such a stage on top of the US one. Here's Biden, clearly with a man with Alzheimer's, and then Camilla, who could barely string a sentence together, and then you had the people's hero who almost got shot, and all this kind of thing. And you're watching people appear in Masonic lodges, and all this symbolism, and I have to say I was ignorant to a lot of it, but it just shows you like all these 1992, world youth class of the WEF, Trudeau, Varadkar, Macron, all these people,
the young global leaders of the future.
Or at the same time, it's staggering stuff that I think you have to go through it really to realize yourself how corrupt it really was, and then you get to it.
Yeah, Paul, keep the passion going. People, Paul's awake now. Did you see it in the comments? Protect Paul. Put down the blinds.
Shouldn't even joke about it. You never know. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
You know what? We live in a. We've always lived in a shitty world. We just don't have mobile phones now, so we can see it.
Yeah.
We just didn't realise how shitty.
Yeah, in real time. And like I said, look, I've spoken to Justin at times about the Jewish problem, and my take on it is although it infects every single part of our lives, it's too big. We have more immediate problems at home that have to be dealt with. We can expel that ideology from our country, but we have to take our country back first, and that's what's more important, is getting everybody on board, getting a proper system built in place, whether it be using the current system, creating a new system, it doesn't matter. We can't do anything until we have good, moral Christian people in charge, and that's what we have to.
Which we have zero of.
Yeah, we have to give good, moral Christian people the burden of responsibility. And
but there is the problem, Martin. Right? You just talk about there. Right? Look at what we have in government now. They take no responsibility for anything that they do. Where do they apologise for anything? Where do they accept that they did wrong? Where do they try to make amends?
They don't. They've
They hide, they put the blame on somebody else. They run away, which is hiding. But like, you know what I mean?
But that's what incompetent people do. Incompetent people blame others.
I'd like to see a presidential candidate be pro-life publicly and openly, or even be, talking about excess deaths and abortions and stuff like that. Like, I think between them two things, like we talk about it, we skate around.
I'm going to vote for Maria Steen. I don't care if she.
And is she pro-life?
Yeah, I'm voting for her.
Yeah.
What did you say, Anthony?
She pro-life, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, as far as I know, she is. Yes.
Yeah, she is definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
That as in that is one of the most important of her characteristics. She's absolutely 100%.
She's up in front of the council now tomorrow, and I hope the council, the Dublin City Council, and I'd just like to say to a council member there, Conor Reddy, you're a scumbag for what you said about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Dirty scumbag. And Joe Brolly, you're a knacker. You should be off.
I'll tell you the ratio. Brolly's comment got 6 million views.
Scumbag.
Yeah, but like 2,500 likes. Yeah,
and they are representatives. They're an absolute and utter disgrace. Is what they are.
Who's all right? Okay, so who's actually? We'll go back to the presidential election there. Who is actually in the running with an actual chance of representing interests that align with ours?
Well, so at the moment, it's Maria Steen.
Maria Steen, yeah.
There is nobody else, is there?
Well, not at the moment. So, as far as I know, right, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, Sharon Keoghan came out and said that she would get Maria up to 14 votes, right? Independent Ireland, and I have the email because I emailed them. Morris, what you call him? Morris Fitz. What's his name? My head's gone. He came back and he said that once she gets up to 16, that they'll push her, try and get her over the line, right? Yeah. So I emailed all the independent TDs and all the independent senators as well, and then Senator Joe Conway replied to me, and he said yes, that he'd vote for her as well. Do you know?
Yeah.
So, like, she has a good chance of getting over the line.
I'm just putting that up there. That this is from Kieran Kelly. Okay, another sex scandal regarding Gavin will be posted tomorrow. We don't need a globalist as our president. You won't like the next one, Gavin. Micheál Martin, did Gavin find out about the happy endings massage parlour you frequent? Something very strange about how you didn't listen to party members regarding this nomination. Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity in the USA. We call on the October sunrise, so that there's the Irish September sunrise. So there's something breaking tomorrow on Jim Gavin. Okay, so there you go.
Sorry, I got the name.
Right, lads, will we finish up?
It's Michael. Sorry, it's Michael Fitzmaurice, right? Yeah. And he emailed me back. And if they do not follow through, and she does get up to 16, and they decide to pull out, that just shows what independent Ireland's like.
Yeah.
backtrack.
Right, lads, I'm going to drop this down, and I'm gonna finish off tonight with Hallelujah. Tonight we're going to do it with. Okay, and we will finish up. We'll meet us down in the green room now in a few minutes. Thank you very much, Anthony, for coming on. Thank you, Martin, for having me back tonight, and I owe you one. Orla, as always, it's been emotional. Talk to us in a few minutes, guys. Yeah, so now I have to do me old line, you know. Where are you? There you are, buddy. Well, people, as I say every night when we're finishing up here, let me just make myself a little bit bigger there because you can't really see me. Yeah, as I say every night we're finishing up here, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless. I'm going to leave you with this. This is for Pada. His anniversary today.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did the grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind.